It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson here once again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal for 2K Sports. Pleased you are here with us for Game 5 of the conference semifinals. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the New York Knicks going up against the Philadelphia 76ers at Wells Fargo Center. Taking a look at the 76ers, what a great Game 4 as they went on to win in overtime. Plenty of time to recover and get ready for tonight, and they're ready to go. Been a hard-fought series to this point, but you know, with Game 5 on their home floor, they've got to take control. Shaq, let's get you to weigh in first.
If they lose tonight, they're facing the elimination on road in Game 6. Now, as the series progresses, Ernie, the margin for error has got to be smaller and smaller. They really need to concentrate, especially tonight.
Jet?
Well, I'm not a big fan of the phrase must win, but tonight is a must win. Because if you don't, this is a hard-pressed and hard-fought battle. I think it would be tough for either team to get back in the series. So I think tonight's winner has the must win.
Yes, and now we must go to Kevin Harlan.
Welcome to the NBA playoffs here on 2K Sports. It's Game 5. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan. And Doris Burke's on the sideline as well. You know, you look at the 76ers. With the series tied 2 games apiece, a chance here to retake the series lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
No secret here, guys, that in this situation, the winner of Game 5 goes on to win the series the vast majority of the time. So they want to take care of business here and avoid a do-or-die Game 6 in hostile territory.
I really don't like their chances if they can't win this game, but I don't see that happening, Greg. I mean, in an atmosphere like this with these fans behind them, I think they'll grab control of this series.
So the New York starting 5. Freq in at point guard. Porzingis is out there at Robin Lopez. Then it's Anthony. And it's Crawford at the 2-guard spot. Now here's Anthony. To the middle. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. New York on D. They come off the loss on Friday.
And you know what? A shame that either team had to lose that game because you had to be proud of the way they battled in it.
Yeah, I suppose that's right, but it still was heartbreaking. I mean, you hate to lose in OT. No matter how hard you played, you want to come out on top if you're going to play those extra minutes.
Here's James. They get the rebound. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
Here's Freq. And the shot counts. He's fouled. It's a chance for a 3-point play.
Nice work on the inside. How to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there. A little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
What's up,
Sixers have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Noel, a screen on it. LeBron passes to Noel. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup. So I'd agree with you there, Greg.
And he can't make the second free throw either. Missing both. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
I was able to catch up with the head coach for Philadelphia. I asked him what he was going to emphasize to his team, and he told me it all comes down to wanting it more. Both of our teams came in and took away 2 games from the other. This series is going to be a tooth-and-nail fight, and whoever wants it more is going to take it. Let's see exactly how much they want it, gentlemen.
And thank you for that, Doris.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And he's starting to get what he wants here early and often. Nice move.
And New York making a change here. Hollins has checked in. The Knicks have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Crawford kicks to Freq. Back to Crawford. Anthony with it. There's a screen. He feeds it to Freq. Pocket 6. Crawford slides in, and he gets it to go.
4 makes on 4 tries. Everything's falling early. 100% can't do better than that.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. And that one falls for Jamal Crawford. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Noel, a screen on him. And that one's good by LeBron.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
4 or 5 to start the game. That's their first miss.
In the corner, Thornton with it. Can't hit, so New York will take it the other way. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, Crawford sets the pick here for Anthony. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of him.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Now here's James. He's looking for Noel and finds him. Got a piece of it. Anthony kicks to Freq. It's in there. Anthony with the assist. And that's now 7 points for Freq.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
James against Anthony. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control is essential in that situation. And if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
The 76ers trail by 5. From deep, James. It's hauled in by Jamal Crawford.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Now here's Freq. He's covered closely. Crawford, no luck. For Philadelphia, they've gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Noel down low, guarded by Crawford. And that one's good. Noel.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to him.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Here are the NBA's top scorers during this postseason as shown on the 2K leaderboard. Freq, number 1. For the Knicks, Caspian. He's checked in for Ryan Hollins. Flalo comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And Roten subbed in for Jamal Crawford. And so here is New York. It's a 3-point game. And there's the feed to Caspian. At the elbow, it's Freq. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Match up.
The 76ers have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Here's Tarlock. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. The Knicks leading by 5. And the follow wide open. He shoots. Second chance shot. Roten, no good. Philadelphia's gone 0-2 from deep room. 76ers moving the ball around. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Embiid kicks to LeBron. Pulls up. And the shot falls short this time.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Now, Freq. He's got 9. A follow outside. Releases. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Philadelphia with the ball. They trail by 7. Here's LeBron. It's blocked. And that's on the bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. And so here is Philadelphia. Here's Embiid, and at last they get one to fall. 1:37 left to play in the first quarter. Aflalo dishes to Freq. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong and attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Kurt Rambis had to say to the team. He said their plan was run their offense through Freq. On the days when he gets going, he can be a huge contributor, and Coach is obviously hoping this is going to be one of those days. We'll be watching how these adjustments work. Kev, there's still a lot of time left in this game.
And thank you, Doris. Aflalo off a pick from Freq. Here's Caspi, and it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And the trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
The struggles just continue this quarter. They can ill afford to have this many empty possessions. And that fella can flat out fly, can he?
Reminds me of a young Greg Anthony out of UNLV, no doubt about that. Just look at the elevation he climbed to right there.
Kevin, you just made my knees hurt.
That's what sets him apart from so many other point guards in the NBA.
Now, here is Landry, out to the right wing. Here's Tarlock.
Man, he's just pulled a Harry Houdini in this quarter. He's completely disappeared.
Well, it's hard to believe that we're at this point in the game, and he still hasn't registered a single point.
And Aflalo, bucket on the assist by Caspi. Aflalo's got his second basket of the game. Now, here is Landry. He's tightly guarded. Now here's Freq. He's got 13. Makes it off the glass. Freak's got 15 points.
And I would say that's the definition of an ankle breaker, fellas.
He caught it! Unbelievable. Great shot there, Kev. And the crowd is going crazy.
And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Knicks out front, up by 10. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Hands